This is my first video at our new location. Most of my tapes have been done up in the tropics, but now we live in the freezing cold. We're 1,200 meters high here. So it's a totally new location, new weather patterns, etc. And this tape is called, this is Pung Hinge. Pung Hinge is probably one of the most important training methods, or not training methods, fighting methods that you'll ever have in your Taiji. In fact, the whole of Taijiquan is based upon Pung Hinge. I'll be going into this in very great detail, giving you ways to train it right from scratch and up through. Every move we make in Taiji, that's Pung. There's a hinge. There's Pung and hinge. There's the more classic Pung and hinge. There's Pung hinge, there's the hinge, there's the Pung, and so on. So everything we do in Taiji is based upon this Pung hinge principle. So I'll get my son Ben in. Ben. And I'll just show you everything I do is Pung hinge. No matter, just throw an attack there, Benny. Ben. Everything I did then was pretty much Pung hinge. I don't know what I did actually, but everything I did was Pung. Maybe just throw it slowly there, Benny. Maybe there was the first. Yeah, that was Pung hinge. You see, there was Pung hinge, and there was an attack. There was an attack. There was an attack. There was an attack. Never give a sucker an even break. The whole premise of Taiji fighting is that you hit him when it's his turn to hit you. Most people have in their brains, and they're taught that, okay, I push him in the schoolyard, you know, okay, yeah, and then you push me. Watch the microphone, Ben. Yeah, and then if it's me. So I go, nah, bang, and I hit him when it's his turn to hit me, you see. And so what we learn as mistakes as we're growing up as kids, rough and tumble in the schoolyard or at home with your brothers, etc., is actually putting bad fighting methods into your brain. And that carries on into adulthood. So the first thing that we have to get rid of course, is subconsciously waiting for your turn to attack. And unfortunately, what most hard styles teach are, you throw a punch, what? Okay, now it's my turn to attack, you see? So that's the same as in the school card. He pushes you, he pushes him. Now it's my turn to push him. That's exactly the same as happens in the schoolyard, and that's what unfortunately, most hard styles teach. I saw a recent film. Who was that? On the cover of the film doing this? Jet Li. I met Jet Li in 1985 in China. Nice chap, and I'm sure that he would not have approved of the front cover thing because he's certainly a great martial artist. However, the front cover thing looked spectacular, something like someone was throwing a punch with your hand on there like that, and it was like this sort of thing. And all of my children I said to my children, this is what I said to them, I said right enough to my children, I said to them, I said to these kids here, I said to them, what is wrong with this picture? And all of them, even Kathleen, said, well, he should have already hit him. So I thought that was very good with my children's training, didn't you, Ben? Yeah. Oh, see? So just basically, just throw that punch again there, Ben. See, now it's his turn to hit me, I block it, now it's my turn to hit him. We've got to get right away from that. So that picture that Jet Li was doing with this thing here looks spectacular, and the real thing maybe doesn't look spectacular because you don't see it, you can't see it in a still photo. So what he should have been doing, throw the punch again, man, he should have already hit him, you see, when it's his turn to hit me. So there was no block, although all I did there was slowly, Ben. See that? I didn't block. I didn't go 1 and then 2. My strike became my deflecting block. So straight on the nose there, Ben. See that? That's all you have to do. Pung hinge is very simple, and it's beautifully simple. It's so easy to do and yet so difficult, because what most of us are taught in our childhood and in our hard-style martial arts is that things have got to be very complicated. Everything's so complicated. What I did in the beginning there was it was relatively, it looked like I was doing nothing, but they were all very extremely deadly shots. So that's the first thing we're going to be talking about, is the pung part of pung hinge. And that's the first little method that I teach in pung hinge, is that exact thing that Ben just did to me. So you have your partner standing there, and your partner simply throws a punch. It's got to be a straight punch to start with, right on your nose, you see? And so what you're going to... So what you're going to do here is just throw the punch again, just throw it fast. Now slowly, what I'm doing is, see that? There's your hinge, the pung rather. Are you looking in the camera, Eli? I'd like you to come in every now and again, you know, and show how the wrist is working and all that sort of stuff. Thank you. We have a new cameraman, my other son Eli, and he gets too interested in it and he's just standing there watching, not even looking in the camera. So it comes up like this. See that? See how it starts out yang? It actually starts out in a hinge type of movement, and see how it turns into a pung. And as it turns into a pung, it will deflect that punch just enough. See, it's going past my head now. You don't have to have a big wah like this. Moving an arm away that much gives the person that much time for his subconscious brain to work out what's happening and then to retaliate to you. All it is all I'm going to do is, if Ben puts his hand down, is simply aim at Ben's neck. If you come around this side, Benny. I'm going to simply aim at his neck with my fingers like this. Now down there, of course, I'm not talking about Dimmak so much in this video, but down there we've got some of the most deadly points in any fighting art, well, in the body rather. Stomach 9, stomach 10, small intestine 16, triple heater 17, small intestine 17. We've got them all down the neck there, and you open your fingers like a Dimmak claw, which is like that, and they come straight in. Don't have to worry about what you're getting. You're going to get something striking in the neck. And apart from that, the neck is such a vulnerable position, part of the body rather, that, and there are so many points in there anyway, you don't really have to say, oh, I'm going to get that point there. You just hit the neck, you know it's going to do damage. This is a death art, so a lot of people write to me and say, I want to learn how I can defend myself without hurting anyone. Well, you can't do that. If you're going to defend yourself against lethal attack, it's dead or be killed. It's